So the prototype build for Byte Breakers has been released from Odyssey, the creators of Mega Strikers, and honestly, I've been having a massive blast. The Battle Royale mode's been very fun, and as somebody with, let's just say, a few hours, and while I've given the rest of the cast a little bit of a try, especially in the practice mode, there hasn't really been one character I haven't stuck with besides, I'm sure by looking at the title of the video, you would never be able to guess. And while ultimately the plan of this video was to make a guide for AiMi, this will in fact only be effective for one day because, the servers are closing. So rather than sit here and dilly-dally all day, without further ado, this is my guide on how to play AiMi in the Byte Breakers prototype build, which will only be useful for like one day. I don't know why I did this. On a side note, very short video disclaimer, I've primarily been playing this game in singles, so any advice and talking about the moves and such will be primarily applied to singles. However, despite that, a lot of the teachings that you can learn from playing singles mode in this game can carry over to Battle Royale. Oh yeah, and this video expects that you already understand the basic terms that are used in-game for a lot of the moves and stuff. If you don't, I'll have some links below to help explain them. AiMi is a glitchy class carded with a suite of aggressive moves and superior air control. Well, I mean, don't take my word for it, that's what the devs said. For a little bit more context on what the devs meant by this, AiMi has 2 aerial double jumps rather than the normal one that is very common among platform fighters. Everybody else in the cast only has 1 additional air jump. As well as the fact that she gets knocked back a lot more from attacks compared to other characters due to her lighter weight. So with all that out of the way, let's get started by talking about the moves. For AiMi's neutral attack, she swipes forward with her hand, dealing 4 damage and knocking back slightly. This attack is a very strong move to toss out in order to punish your opponent quickly if you need to, since it will naturally combo into her forward tilt, but it's also a strong move to combine by using dash, and letting go of the stick, and then immediately pressing the neutral button in order to chain together. Forward tilt is an all-around amazing normal that deals 7 damage and has a high knockback. It also notably has a tipper hitbox, which will deal more damage and even more knockback if you hit specifically at the end of AiMi's tail. While AiMi's down tilt certainly looks not very strong at first, it doesn't deal a lot of damage, nor does it deal a lot of knockback, and it's incredibly short range. It actually has a lot of strong uses, such as being able to crouch under opponents' forward tilts, as well as doing what's called a jab reset, where if the opponent is knocked on the ground, you can use your down tilt, followed by a jab, or a grab, in order to force them into an uncomfortable position where you are more likely to win. AiMi's up tilt is an incredibly strong move that covers a large area above her. This can be a strong way to either control a platform right above you, or launch immediately into a combo, either one. Due to how strong AiMi's tilt attacks are, I would highly recommend if you're playing on a controller to go into settings and change these settings on your attack stick to tilt attack. AiMi can use this especially well with forward tilt and down tilt by combining a simple flick of your left stick in order to dash, followed by a quick swipe or attack from forward tilt or down tilt. AiMi's neutral air, or nair, is an incredibly versatile tool that hits up to 5 times, dealing 14 damage. Oftentimes after hitting this attack, she can then lead into a combo, either following up with an up air or a forward air. Great option to jump on your opponent's with. Back air is a very good tool for spacing, as it not only covers a large amount of space in a short amount of time, as well as not incurring any recovery issues. It also launches the opponent up on air, which allows for a combo afterwards at low percentages. Or I guess high percentages. I think everybody starts out 100. For forward air, AiMi swipes 3 times in front of her with her claws that deals a total of 14 damage with average knockback. The move launches opponents in such a way that it's pretty easy to jump towards them and either get an additional up air or fair. Fair is a slow, strong move that deals damage right below AiMi as she creates a bubble. Notably, if she does land during this, it will cause a recovery period where it takes her longer to get up. The move in general is risky, however, when used off stage or when used on an opponent that is already in a KOable state towards the ground, it will basically instantly kill them. This move is a swipe right above AiMi's tail and deals average knockback and about 11 damage. It's a really strong move that can cover an area right above you like a platform and cause the opponent to need to run around to try and approach you from going from upwards. It's also in general very strong for ladder combos as it will launch the opponent right up, and contender for ladder combos as it can sometimes get. As the night grows longer and it grows closer and closer to my morning shift, so does my sanity. So we're going to try and get through the rest of this information fast.
Specials.
An important thing to note about AiMi's specials, as well as everybody else's specials in the cast, is that they're able to cancel their specials into their empowered special regardless of the condition. So if you wanted to do side special into empowered side special, you can do that. For a neutral special, AiMi tosses out an orb that will deal damage over time to any enemy caught in, as well as apply a special effect that makes a paw appear above their character portrait. AiMi at any time can repress this special to teleport to their character, gaining a little bit of invuln on the way there. Her empowered version of the special increases its radius by a ton, and also you may have 2 of these active at once. Notably, if you try to create an empowered special or a normal special after making one and someone has already applied the glitch effect with the paw, you will instead be teleported to that enemy rather than creating another one. AiMi tosses out a slow-moving projectile that floats even when moving off the ground for a side special. When hitting, this special will immediately pop the target up, allowing for an easy chain either into a fair chain or an up air chain. Notably, her empowered special increases this damage and sends people way up, which is a very strong kill move. AiMi also has a different version of this attack when used in the air, which is a diagonal hit. Notably, this hit does not have a special empowered hit version, so try to your best to avoid that. For down special, AiMi will slightly delay herself in the air for a bit before crashing right down to the ground. This also has a spiking hitbox very similar to down air, and its use cases are often a lot like down air as well, where if they're off stage, you may want to use it to maybe spike them to get a kill, or alternatively, you may actually use the powered special since that grants some amount of intangibility. Up special is luckily very simple. It's a burst that sends AiMi upwards. Any enemy's hit will also be thrown into AiMi's trajectory, allowing her to combo off. This is often used in a lot of confirms. Notably, using the empowered special allows you to use up B again, even if you already used it. Finally, moving to our final item on the list, we have strong attacks. This is her really strong, where she leans back and swipes in front of her claws. It's not really notable. In fact, it's not really that good unless you're punishing something that you can guarantee you can get a kill with. Because you have better options either in forward tilt or just confirming with a through. This is also a down smash, which also isn't really good. The idea would be that you would use it to cover both sides of you, but you don't have to. You have strong enough moves where you wouldn't really ever need to do that, and also it just doesn't kill very fast. However, her up smash is incredibly good. This thing deals about 20% and can also be fastballed. Basically, you press down after you use the up smash in order to go faster, and then it also lets you combo off of it. It's pretty dang safe on shield because of that, and it's overall just a great option. Oh yeah, also on top of that, AiMi does in fact have a dash attack, You may notice it looks like a slower and less damaging, overall worse version of her side heavy, and honestly it is. Avoid at all costs. Finally, our last section of moves to talk about are throws. This is AiMi's forward throw. It's incredibly strong and deals a lot of knockback. When the opponent is low on life, and or if they just simply put a lightweight, using this will oftentimes just send them absolutely flying and oftentimes straight up death. Next we have the up throw, which is a very strong throw when used at higher percent, because it throws them right in front of you, which allows you to either use an air, forward air, or up air in order to combo afterwards. After they're at high percent, it's not very great, and you should instead be using her down throw, which is this move right here. Sends for an easy jump as well as an easy move right from the jump. Notably, it's pretty easy to go into up air from it, and in some circumstances it can be very easy to use up special or empowered up special in order to kill relatively early or late round, depending on the opponent's percent. Primarily 20%, you can just press it to kill the opponent. But yeah, that's about all I got for AiMi today. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see a lot more AiMi's tomorrow. Have a great day.
Subscribe to my channel, please.